y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have finally talked Lars into doing a YouTube with me. He is going to be doing my makeup as well as answering a few questions that y'all have asked us. I figured it's a good way to knock two birds out with one stone. So, here we go. That's what you start with? Don't pour it out too fast. Here, I'm at my hair back so you can work with my face better. I'm telling you, it's gonna come out fast. First question. How did you guys meet? So, do you want to explain it or do you want me to explain it?
I'll explain it.
Okay, go.
We met at the gym through mutual friends. And first time she saw me, she thought I was a sexy beast. And it's pretty much history from there. She came back a couple times and we just kind of hit it off.
Well, the first time we met, after I'd left, he messaged me on Instagram and was like, "Oh, hey, so great to meet you. You're actually doing good." He was like, "So great to meet you. I hope you get to come back." And then we talked through Instagram for a few days. And then he was like, "Okay, well, here's my number if you want to text me." So you're putting a lot on. You're putting a lot
for
on.
your number.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, so you asked me for my number and I just gave it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What was your first date? So I think I had came here 3 times. Diesel. I think 3 times.
Get the stash. 3 times, wasn't it?
I think for the Arnold. Bubba. Once for the Arnold and then like 2 other times. And then we had made a specific time for me just to come and hang out with him. And he asked me to, Bubba, he asked me to the FGL concert.
Well, the first one was supposed to be Sam Hunt, but somebody had to work.
I did have to work. So I had to wait till a different time. But our first date was the FGL concert. Bubba! With Nelly.
Yep.
Yeah. How long have you guys been together? Are you rubbing it in really good? You can like get in the creases of my nose and you can like actually go on my eyelids. Make sure it's all even though, like all across my entire face. Like you have to make sure it's over everything. Okay. How long have you guys been together? It'll be 2 years in July.
Yep.
We met.
Seems longer.
We met 2 years ago at the Arnold, which is next weekend. When we officially met. Okay. What does Lars do for a living?
I currently work for a small home improvement company, which I love. I'm more of a person who likes working with their hands than at a desk. But I'm also in the fireman process here in Hamilton County. So we're kind of just waiting to see what happens with that. So hopefully that happens soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you get it? I feel like you need to, oh, just go ahead. No, it's fine. Just do what you think. No, you've been doing this for 10 minutes. Move on to something new. What is the age difference? So we're literally only July, August, September, October, November. 4-month difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. It's like a year and 4 months because you'll be 26 this year and I'll be 25.
Whoa.
So.
You throwing that out there. Oh, this doesn't.
You see me?
Where's your...
What are you looking for?
That pen thing you use. Don't you usually draw?
Yeah. Okay, where did you each grow up and where would be y'all's dream location? So I grew up in... What?
What do you use instead? This one?
Babe. No! Even kind of right. So I grew up in a little town in western Kentucky named Mayfield, and then I moved here because Lars forced me to.
She wanted to be closer to Daddy.
Okay, your turn.
I actually grew up here in Noblesville, where I forced her to move.
Born?
Oh, I was born in Decatur, Illinois. Is where I was actually born. I lived there till about first grade, and then we moved here in 2000. It's been history ever since.
You like that saying? Was it love at first sight?
Maybe
so
for you.
this is the thing. I didn't know. You should show people what you're using.
This is KYNX.
KYNX.
NYX. Professional eyebrow powder pencil.
I think you're doing a good job. So was it love at first? So the thing with the love at first sight, I didn't know what to think of him because
She didn't show any interest.
I didn't know him well enough to know if I was going to like him. I thought he was good looking, but there's a lot of good looking butthole guys. So, was it love at first sight for you?
Sure was. First time you turned around.
Babe, you forgot about this.
Oh.
Oh my god. Babe, you really don't know how to do this? You've watched me do it a million times.
There's so much more here.
How many other relationships have y'all been in?
I've been in one serious one.
Same. One other serious one. Do you guys trust each other? Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Better. I trust him. I trust him completely. 120 million %. Because you've never given me a reason not to. Do y'all have funny nicknames for each other?
Let's go ahead and hear it.
No. Babe, what are you doing? What is that?
Adding your highlight.
Put highlighter on that brush?
No?
You're forgetting like a million steps.
What is this thing? Your eyeshadow.
No, that's not eyeshadow.
That's a contour kit.
And you don't use this brush. This is a foundation brush.
Right, is this one?
Yes. No, don't. This one. But oh god. Alright, so funny nicknames for each other are, he calls me mama. Yeah. I just call him babe, baby sometimes. I call him, no I'm not.
What do you call me?
I do not call you that in a real serious way. I call you that in a funny way.
Which is what?
I'll call him daddy because sometimes. In a funny way.
People
not
know.
in a nasty, gross way.
People know.
Shut up. Was it easy for you two to move in together so quickly?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I would say so. We just got, I think, since we didn't know each other, since we didn't know each other very well, it was a better idea for us to almost move in together to see if we could stay together. Oh my god. What is something you guys had totally opposite opinions about? You're not bad at this. I really have no idea what you've done to my face. I thought you knew better than what you've done. I thought you were going to come in here and masterpiece this. What's something we have completely opposite opinions about? Don't get that on my shirt. I don't know.
Not much.
I can't even think of something we have completely opposite opinions about. Favorite food? You think you're done? Oh my god.
What? There's nothing else on here.
It's actually not, the highlighter is not that bad. But like, you didn't contour anything hardly.
I thought that's where the lines were.
Where? And you think I only put them on my cheeks? Where else do I put those when you see me get ready? Yeah. Favorite food?
Meat?
All meat?
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite. I'm like bread and pasta and cheese. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait, that's highlight. Oh man.
You don't have any lip stuff here.
Biggest pet peeve. I do contour, that dark colored stuff. Where else do I put it? Than just here. You've seen me get ready a cajillion times. I put it on the outside of my nose and right here on the ends of my forehead. Biggest pet peeve. What's yours? Just in general.
Biggest pet peeve. I don't know.
Just like toothpaste. Yours, not mine, yours. Toothpaste and gum. Mine. I think just in general not being super clean. Like, I'm OCD, so when Lars doesn't do simple things, like he puts his laundry on top of the basket instead of just in it, even if it's empty, or he'll put the dishes in the sink.
Right after I use them, instead of putting them straight into the dishwasher.
Instead of putting them in the dishwasher. That's about really it, mainly. I'm just super neat and like clean, I think. Favorite thing about one another.
I'm just kidding. I
feel like you. The highlight is like
you're very
actually very good.
upbeat and always like happy. Sometimes.
I would have to say, it's hard to pick just one. I like a lot. I would have to say how like supportive / like always makes me happy, makes me feel good. Oh god. Yeah, put it all over them, like more than just one. You're only getting my nose. Babe, don't shake it! You broke it! You're getting too close! You done? You wanna try putting lip stuff on?
Yeah.
But definitely how like supportive and how like you always make me in a good mood. You're gonna go over stuff? First time he told me he loved me. I can tell when. We went to Chicago like a weekend after my birthday to go see one of his sisters because she was living there for the summer. And that was the first weekend he told me he loved me.
Very true.
Favorite thing to do on date night?
Honestly, just hang out and spend time together.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
feel like
happen a
even
lot.
though we live together, we don't just get to hang out because he usually works until like 7 or 8. I mean, we just never really know. It's like more like 6 and 7. And then by the time he gets home and he eats dinner, then we go to the gym, and then we come back home. It's like 10, 11 o'clock, and then we have to rush to go to bed, and we do it again the next day. So we like to take a day or two out of the week. Like usually we have one night a week for just date night that we just get to hang out and enjoy each other's company and do nothing. So we sometimes just stay here and rent a movie, or we'll watch Netflix, or even we'll go watch a movie. Yeah. Just hang out. We have a lot more questions.
I'm done, so I don't know what.
I'll just ask for everyone, when was the first fart? I have never...
The first of many.
...farted in front of Lars that I'm aware of. But it's so funny because we were at his mom's house one day, and he had a fart really bad apparently, but he would always leave the room to fart. And his mom was like, you know what, just do it. Like, let's just break the seal right now, right here. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. And as soon as she got done with one, Lars let out his first fart. And now it has been nonstop since, so...
Best day. Best day right there.
Not for me. Okay, next. When's the wedding? So I have so many people ask me this, which I think is so funny. But I want to know nothing about our engagement. I've told him what I like, but I told him I don't want to know anything. I don't want to pick anything out. I want to be a very big surprise. Like, I want to be an obvious, like, go out to a nice dinner that we never ever do kind of thing. So he says he has an idea, but I don't want to know when, where, how, anything.
Alright.
Which he knows, so I have no idea when the wedding is, and he's not going to tell you what the wedding is because he doesn't want me to know. So, best gift received from one another. You go first if you know. Definitely my laptop. He got me a laptop for Christmas. Because I mean, it's going to be a gift. Definitely the best thing ever, because for one, I would have probably never bought myself a new one because mine worked just fine. And for two, it's just beautiful. And I thought it was so sweet because he was like, I know you'll use it for work. You are not going to buy yourself one. So that's probably my favorite gift. What's yours?
Mine was probably my last birthday when you moved here.
That's not really a gift, though.
That's a pretty big gift, though. I didn't think you actually ever would move here.
So sweet. So the story behind that, he was talking me into wanting to move here, and I came like a few weekends, I think, to look at apartments together to see if we wanted to get one, and he was like, just move here, just move here. Well, I secretly got a job here. He knew I went for an interview, but he didn't know if I got it. And I found out that I got the job, so I went ahead and put my 2 weeks in my work in Kentucky, and I moved here on his birthday to surprise him. He didn't think I was going to be here for his birthday, which I think was a Wednesday. A Tuesday or Wednesday. So I drove in during the day. He went to the gym with one of his sisters to get him out of the house so that I could get in and hide somewhere, and I surprised him for his birthday. And I told him that he was not going to get rid of me. Because I had officially moved there. And yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright.
People probably think, wow, he freaking locked him in. Okay, favorite memory we have together. You go first. Because I've been going first every time. Favorite memory.
Favorite memory. I feel like whenever we take a trip, they're awesome. Those are some pretty good memories, but...
Get this.
I'd say probably one of my favorites was when we first got our apartment.
But like when? What do you mean?
Like, when we first moved in, I feel like that New Year's we had nothing.
We had nothing.
And we literally watched the ball drop on your phone. And I feel like that's something we'll never forget.
That's true.
Started with nothing and... Now we're here today.
Have it all.
Yeah.
I would have to say I love San Diego. I love going to California, but because that was our first like trip we took together, just us. But for some reason, I love the first weekend we went to the lake.
That was like our first getaway.
Because it was 4th of July, which is when he asked me to be his girlfriend. But I don't know, it was just so fun. It was like a spur of the moment trip. It was like 3-4 days. I came in for like a long weekend.
That was the first weekend you like really met my family too, because we went up to the high school and watched all the fireworks.
So I think that's probably one of my favorites. I mean, I love San Diego too. Like San Diego was probably like a really top one too, but yeah. I really liked the lake. Okay. Biggest advice for a couple who is soon to move in together. I would say, I don't know, because we just get along so good. We don't fight about hardly anything. Like, I get in a bad mood and I'll just be super crabby for literally the smallest, stupidest reason. But he will let me, like, give me my space, or he'll know to, like, make a joke and crack me up. But we don't really fight about anything we really do to each other. So I just feel like the best thing to do is, like, never go to bed mad.
Never go to bed mad.
I don't think we've ever went to bed really mad. Maybe aggravated, but we still tell each other we love each other. We always sleep together. I never want to be the type of couple that, like, he has to go to the couch or the other bedroom. So I would say never go to bed mad. What would yours be?
I'd honestly say just, like, learn to roll with the punches and don't get really mad over the little things right off the bat just because it's so new.
It's a good one.
Just because you don't really know how it's going to be living with someone else. And they have their way and you have your way. So just kind of see how it is at first, and then once it gets more mature and into it, then you kind of bring it up.
That's nice. Babe, okay?
How you doing?
If y'all get married, do you plan on staying in Indiana or moving back to Kentucky? I will never move back to Kentucky. At least not where I lived. I always wanted to move from where I lived because there's nothing there, nothing to do, nothing. So I always wanted to move. So I'll definitely never go back to Kentucky. But I don't know if we'll always stay in Indiana either.
It kind of depends on...
Kind of depends on his firefighting thing. And then I think it just kind of depends on, like, where we want to raise a family one day, and if we want to stay here. So I don't really know. But definitely never back to Kentucky. Never. Sorry. Do y'all talk about kids in the future? If so, how many do y'all want? So, Lars would have 18 if it was up to him. I've always only wanted like 2 or 3. I feel like 1 isn't enough, but I feel like more than 3 is a lot. But with him having 5 other sisters, I could see why he wants a huge family, because it's so cool when you go over there and, like, there's always so many people and something to do, someone to talk to, someone to hang out with. Like, even me being here in Indiana, I don't have family or really a lot of friends. So it's like I have an entire family and friends because he's got 5 sisters I can really hang out with. So that's why I could see why he wants a big family. I just told him really, we're like thinking 3 or 4. I feel like we're thinking more like 4. But I just told him it kind of honestly depends on also like how well my pregnancies go. Like if I have really great pregnancies and like nothing crazy happen or weird happen, I'd be fine with that. But if I'm like a miserable pregnant person, it's going to be really hard for me to want to do that 4 different times. Talked about marriage, starting a family. When would you want to start? So we kind of like talk about this to an extent.
Yeah.
As in like we think we'd want to be married for like a year or so before we had kids. Kind of want to do some traveling before we have kids, because we knew that once we have kids, we're not going to be able to travel anymore. So we have a few, like, we've really wrote down a list of places that we want to visit before we have kids. So I think it just kind of depends on where we're at in life, like when we were to get engaged, when we get married, how long we would wait to be married before we have kids, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I would say like we at least want to be married for about a year before we start having them, if not more. I guess it just kind of depends.
Yeah.
That's all of them. That's all the questions.
How you doing?
I'm so excited. You made it. So Lars was not excited about doing this YouTube video because he's kind of shy on camera, which is fine. So he did my makeup, and let's see how he did. The highlight is actually super good, babe. My lips aren't done though.
You didn't have anything for me.
Oh, the eyebrows aren't bad either. And the mascara? You did pretty decent. The contour part isn't enough. Like, you can't even tell that you contoured. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It felt weird that
So you ready to go to the gym with it in?
We're literally getting ready to go to the gym, so I told him I have to redo my makeup before we go to the gym. I can actually keep my mascara and eyebrows on though. I'm very impressed with that. This is what my makeup is supposed to look like, but Lars really didn't do a bad job. I just redid it real quick. I actually left the eyebrows and the mascara that he did. I touched them up a little bit more, but I had to redo the actual face, and I had to add my lips. But real quick before I forget, I'm actually doing a giveaway for this YouTube. It is the Kylie, let me see, lip kit. It is the Posy K anniversary. It's just a super cute, it's like a mauve natural color. I bought it, tried it, didn't like it, so I cleaned the little sticks on it so that it wouldn't be gross for y'all, but I do want to do it as a little giveaway. So if you want to win this, make sure you are liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below one thing you love about yourself, and I will pick a winner in a few days. And maybe I can talk Lars into doing more YouTube videos with me. He's usually my cameraman and my videographer for my videos on Instagram, but talked him into being on the camera today with me. But for now, I will just see you guys later. You wanna wave?